A government report says the FBI made fundamental errors in its sex abuse investigation against former USA gymnastics doctor Larry Nassar.
The Inspector General says many of his victims could have been spared. CBS 2's Jessica Moore reports.
I remember thinking something was off, but I didn't feel like I was able to say anything because he was, this very high-profile doctor, and I was very lucky.
Jessica Howard is among the hundreds of young women and girls who say USA Gymnastics Dr. Larry Nassar sexually abused them under the premise of medical treatment. Now a bombshell report from the Justice Department accuses the FBI of failing to respond to the Nassar allegations with the utmost seriousness and urgency that they deserved. This is Howard today. She calls the reports accusing agents of making false statements and omitting vital information despicable. The report isn't clear about why agents cut corners and didn't investigate more thoroughly.
You're talking about the FBI.
Yeah.
The FBI is one of the most trusted institutions in our country. So it's not that they just messed up. It's not that they just they fumbled around and messed up. They actually have affected the lives of at least 70 to 120 young girls.
Investigators say up to 120 athletes were abused by Nassar after the Bureau first learned about the accusations and before his arrest more than a year later.
It's people turning away.
Yeah.
It's people not paying attention. It's people deciding not to act. And that, to me, is the most heinous way you can treat a child.
The report recommends new policies and training for FBI agents, but Howard says that's not enough. She's calling on Congress to hold the FBI accountable and appoint a special prosecutor to investigate who else was involved.
But you cannot tell me that in USA Gymnastics, in the U.S. Olympic Committee, and in the FBI, that it was only these one or two bad players. That's what they said about Larry. Absolutely not true. He's the only one in prison.
Nassar is now serving what amounts to a life sentence after pleading guilty to numerous charges. He's now claiming, though, that he was unfairly sentenced and is asking for a new judge to review his case.